There I am. Oh, hello everyone. It's been a day. How goes it though? How are everyone's polls going? Happy 5.7. Ow, my mouth. Ow, shit. Fuck. Ow. Hi. Hi. Welcome Monday, Jobster, Fabricio, Cabrilla, Soth, Marceline, hello. Welcome Tim, what up? What up Jobster, Luna, hello. Lone Wolf. Hi. Haven't hit the snooze button. 30 wishes in a dream. I don't know how I ended up getting debut 4 stars so easily like I have been, like Ian-san, and I got Aoife as well on his debut. Skirk is now the Skirk is the first debut 5-star that that I've rolled on. Let's jump in. I like how the photons of fluctuation motif is slightly different in Natlan, because it's been basically the same chord progression or the same melodic progression in all the other nations. The photons of fluctuation, the way they incorporate into the Natlan soundtrack, is slightly different. It's a little bit more subtle, and it's a little bit, the actual notes are slightly different. Slightly different as well. I like it. We can grab one Skirk pole. I'm just gonna make a poll team. Because it's only going to be Traveler.
This world is full of unsolved mysteries.
Skork. Boop. Hello, Gorofan. What in the hell is this? Thank you, Gorofan. I needed that. Okay. Back to Fontaine. We have one Skirk bowl. The biggest question is, it's been bothering you all day, do I, Connery V Poober, need a... Fuck my words today. Child did ask Arle to locate Skork. Because I don't have anyone else. Otherwise, I'd have like Nuvi and Child in here.
An insurmountable problem, I presume?
Kind of, I mean... Yeah, I don't know why I was thinking about that so hard. What up, future Noritaka? Watching from the future. Boom. We're at 55 right now, I believe. 55 pity. So we have 1 we can use on Skirk right now. Look at him look at the whale as it passes by. That is a head empty expression if I've ever seen one. Okay, no cork. Traveler Nuvian child. That's a big fish. Oh my gosh, could sacrifice him to the narwhal before pull. That would be hilarious. That'd be a good way of doing things. What do I have in Battle Pass? Oh, ha! And then what was this one? Oh, that too as well. That give me primos. And they give me fragile. I'd forgotten on, what was it, Monday? I'd forgotten on Monday to grab these. Because I believe it was on Sunday. Maybe. But I forgot to grab these, so I'm gonna have to wait till, excuse me, wait till tomorrow. But I want to get this thing up. Check out my Mora account. I had enough Mora and I had enough resources to get Ocelot burst at 8, a level 8 bursting Ocelot. And also I got Kale's skill at level 7 as well. I was looking at the amount of praxis that I had, praxis that I had, and I was like, should I get Kale up to 7 or should I get Dia up to 8? I'll get Kale up to 7. So, via Spides in the Discord, this is going to be the next part of the little Saurian buddy quest line. It's going to be the next one on the docket. More or less, Zhongli levels of Mora. I did not do the web event. The web event. Ooh, there's new anecdotes today as well. I believe. We need to do Abyss and Theater as well. This is such an interesting piece of artwork. In mail. This. No, I have not. Let me open that in that, and let me just bookmark that real quick. There we go. Scoop. Scoop. How many primos do we have right now? Okay, 66. Let's head on over to that place and hang out with our Saurian buddy. Mostly an exploration quest. Oh, okay. Okay, it was over here, over there, because it was near the Startia. Near the Why did that look burned? Why is this grass burned? Spirit Way. Okay, it's underneath, so we probably just have to go down to the depths.
Busted.
Tide rises.
Hear the echoes of the valley.
No, you.
Here come the fireworks.
I don't think I was. Oh, I was. Never mind. I didn't think I was close enough to her to do anything. It's like you burped. Oh my gosh, are you really too far? I can't hit you at all. Really?
Look alive. You're dead meat.
Can Dia get to her? Get out of the water, bro.
Rain of bullets.
I'm swimming.
Let the mountain's veins boil. Things are about to get dicey.
There we go. Now she's drowning. Now she's doing good. She just had to think about it. She's like, oh, right, I'm drowning. Excuse me. That's a little shallow to be diving there, Shilonen, but you do you. I'm so happy to be here with you guys. Today was such a shit day. That's a spirit way that leads all the way up there. But this quest is underground. We popped out over here during Mualani's quest. We were here with Amina, right here at the statue. Statues also restore phlogiston, which makes sense. Teleports do as well. Phlogiston. A lot of information was once contained within these simple notes, but most of it has been scratched out. Grind the cores of 100 ember core flowers and swallow them in a single gulp. It didn't work. Just hurt my teeth. It was so sweet. Never. Seriously, how did people in the past get the idea that it could? Never mind. Let's try some other way. Collected the molted shells of the claws that fall from the ictomisaurs. One of those letters is likely silent, isn't it? During their growth period as whelps, grind them into a powder and apply it to your body. If that would work, I'd be an Archon. This isn't just dead skin. That's just dead skin, isn't it? Tried it anyway. Didn't work as expected. Powder left a weird smell that took forever to wash off too. Come on, ancestors. Can't you come through it for me at least once? Immerse yourself in the People of Springs hot springs once every 10 nights. Do this 10 times and all your wounds shall be healed. Well, I've heard that their hot springs are phlogiston rich, so it could work. And nope. If you look closely at this woven scroll, it once belonged to the People of the Springs anyway. Did I just fall for a fake ad of theirs? Well, at least only my wallet was hurt in the end. The most ancient trial, or so the legends hold. This is how Jabalanke. Oh wait, this was the first. That was the first Pyro Archon, wasn't it? First and greatest, learned the art of controlling flames. The Sage of Soul and Flame, the islands floating in the sky. Well, that. Spalanke. Oh, that's a lot more phonetic. Spalanke. Or Shabalanke. Well, looks like that's the only thing left to try. Whatever. Desperate times call for desperate measures, and I'm here in the People of the Springs land anyway. Might as well give it a shot. Might as well give it a skirk. I was thinking about how, like, why would Skirk be releasing right now? And it must have something to do with this event that's going on. Or not event, but the, or maybe, I don't know. It must have something to do with this thing that's going on right now. So I'm like, why would they be releasing Skirk at a time like this? In this? Woo. Almost fell. Not that that'd be a huge deal for Shilonen. Hello. That big lunk isn't gonna start getting up, is it? There'll be trouble if it does. But there's only one way through. Do I have to dig a path from on top to get around it? How long will that take? Why don't you just go right over? Well, aren't you bold, lad? Listen good, alright? Your youth means you've still got chances to make mistakes aplenty. But wait, what? Where'd you come from? Ow. Oh, ow. Whoa, Connery, what'd you do to her? That wasn't some sort of invisible attack, was it? Clearly. Eh? I didn't do anything. This power doth the adepti of the Leo named Gust. Oh my gosh. I didn't do anything. That was my back acting up. Ugh. I've been stooping for a good long while, inching my way toward that big lunk, and I stood up too fast. Real. Surefire way to bring the pain, that is what that is. Used to be it'd only flare up if I turned my back at a specific angle, but these days, one careless move leaves me in a world of hurt for a good long while. And just so you know, it's pain o'clock now. It's pain o'clock now, Connery, so... Don't make starting conversations from behind people a habit, alright? And what about you two? I mean, your names. Oh, Paimon's Paimon, and this little Tepethasaur here is Snooze. I see. In that case, I guess I'll call myself... Call yourself? What, are you gonna give us a fake name? Well, a person's gotta be on their guard while on a walkabout, don't they? And here I was gonna give you my love rival's name. My love rival? Give you my love rival's name. A young'un she is, and energetic too, and worst of all, she's got a healthy back. Ah, love rival, I understand. But forget it. That would be unfriendly competition. If you take my meaning, that would be unfriendly competition if you take my meaning. So have my real name instead. Chikya. Chikya. Aren't you a cute little fella? You're calling my name, I know it. Anyway, you can call me Big Sis Chikya. Not Aunt Chikya, though. That one I forbid. Alright, Big Sis Chikya. Good, that's good. You've got a fine future ahead of you, lad. Anyway, what are you doing here, Big Sis Chikya? And isn't that the million more question? What would a person be doing here amidst naught but ruins? What would your answer be, Connery, my lad? To rob others or be robbed? Waiting for someone to strike up a conversation with them. Well now, were you my type, I'd call that a good answer. Too bad for you, Big Sis. Too bad for you. Big Sis here prefers the strapping sort. Wow. Alright then. Roast it. Short kings need love too, Chikya. Either way, minus 10 points for getting it wrong. What I'm doing is treasure hunting. Wow, treasure! There you go, Paimon. Spared you the effort. Seriously? What are you, some sort of serial line thief? And Paimon's gonna say it anyway. Wow, treasure! Rah! Rah! You sure do get along. Who knows, if I hadn't spent so much time with tidying woven scrolls that my back gave out, I might have made some good friends myself. Either way, I'm on the hunt for an elixir that can cure all injuries. I discovered in a secret scroll. You want in? Oh, was that your notes upstairs? As everyone knows, if we Masters of the Nightwind... Ooh, Masters of the Nightwind... have anything aplenty, it's woven artifacts recording stories of our past. We can split the elixir should we find it. We haven't met anyone of the Masters of the Nightwind, have we? It was just, that Movika called out that whoever Batman Capitano away, she was like, oh, it's the Master of the Nightwind. Oh, and Kachina fought that one, the cryovision holder. That was a cryovision holder, right? In the arena. But the true issue here is my back pain. Walking from the hot springs down at the people thereof was exhausting enough, so I need able help for the next leg of my search. Therapeutic springs my foot. Didn't work worth diddly squat. Might look like this now, but I too was once a pretty lass who'd ride leaping ectomosaurs on the regular. Rawr! See, you're interested in that elixir, Snooze? That curiosity will be the root of future success, you know. An elixir that can cure all injuries? That sounds amazing. Let's go check it out then. Those unmoved by treasure can barely be called human. Why, even the coldest-blooded saurians get fired up when they hear the word. Rah! Exactly. Right then, in that case, our first objective will be to get past this big lunk. After you, esteemed Connery. I think seen people from every tribe by now, but not properly met. Interesting. Yeah, and the symbols of the saurians, because the people of the springs have the Kaholosaur saurian symbol. Kaholosaur saurian symbol. Can tell their tribe by the color scheme as well. Yeah, she did have a very similar design aesthetic to the lady that Paimon fought, or the lady that Kachina fought. Oh my gosh! Look at this thing.
The echoes of the valley. Take it easy. Gotcha. Feel the split. Goldfish of Duke.
Goldfish of Duke.
Here comes the catch.
Nope.
Fire hazard.
Huh. Didn't think you'd be able to fend them off with those thin limbs of yours. Alright, no need to be rude. Don't underestimate Connery. He's taken way bigger things out than that. Rah! Looks like roping you in was the right choice. Guess I've got a good eye, huh? And here I thought you were gonna compliment me. Bet you've received lots of that. What with your strength and all. Just let poor Chikya get her share too, would ya? Look at the pictures on these walls. We've come to the right place. Now, according to the ancient scrolls, we need to continue onward. Let's get moving. Not too fast though. Gotta have some care for the wounded. And by wounded, I mean me. I thought she was bleeding for a second there. Not sure why. Tales of dreams plucked from fire. Oh, hey, a chest I would have missed.
What do we have here?
There's an easier way to open these than just brute forcing them. Oh. Is it a Night Soul aligned attack that breaks those? Because you could just shatter them with a claymore, but did 1 a 10 pull starting page 22. Now you're really has a C1 Shen has support. Well. There is liquid phlogiston over here. I can see that much. Wow, that lava texture is not the best texture we've seen in this game, but that's kind of alright.
Well, how about that?
How about that? What was that? I got that was like the fire bugs in the chasm. But that recharged phlogiston. Phlogiston? That recharged phlogiston. It's getting hotter as we go. Is this elixir really inside? If you want to be precise, the elixir isn't within, but a method by which treasure may be accessed. You'll know when we get there. First, we need the door. There's pyro slimes down here, and I have a Dia and a pyro DPS.
Quietly now. All right, let the mountain's veins boil. Take it easy. Busted.
Thank you for your continued service over the months. Yellow. Who?
Treasure. One way to draw your target out of hiding.
Yelan just dipped her tootsies in there for a second. Spinal fruit. Spino dirasula fruit. Oh, look at Morb. When you walk into it. You can hit that as well, can't you? And it'll act like a firebomb. That's a door. Is that the one you're talking about? Rawr. Rawr XD. There he is. Come here. I need to possess you, good sir. Okay, just making sure I'm not missing a whole lot over here. Oh my gosh! Lava penguins! Wow. There's a time trial. There it is. There's a time trial over here. But the door looks closed. You think, Paimon? Rawr. Well, it better be. I mean, an open door would mean that our path to the great treasure is long gone. You do have a point there, Chikya. To think that it was exactly as those woven scrolls and texts concerning them stated. What do you think? See that phlogiston engraving right there by the door? Rawr! That's right. You're a quick one, little fella. Sharp-eyed, too. Researchers have said that the Saurian visual acuity differs by species. Saurians are generally further sighted than humans are, though from this distance, anyone from the tribe who isn't a visually impaired old lady could spot this phlogiston engraving. So this shining thing is what you call a phlogiston engraving, Chikya? Sorry, what engraving now? Ah, yes, a phlogiston engraving. That's right, totally. Your acting could use some work, although I'm not sure what sort of training could help you. Anyway, Farina. Anyway, speaking of phlogiston, the origin of phlogiston engraving, narrowly speaking, comes from the days when Natlan was still ruled by a pyro dragon, who caused humanity to exist only in primitive tribes. In those days, only the dragons could use phlogiston, but the Sage of the Stolen Flame, Wataklahun Ubakan, risked life and limb to steal the flaming seed of it from the great volcano. As such, humans began imitating the way dragons controlled the substance, creating a language by which humanity could exert that same control. This is the basis of modern Natlan's phlogiston usage. The results of that are phlogiston engravings, like the one you see before you right now. Magnificent, isn't it? It's still intact even after all these years, still visible to the naked eye. Ooh, rawr. All right, your turn, Conry. Woo! Come on, that's kind of bland. Huh. Didn't know you were the independent sort like that, Conry. So the phlogiston engraving here is... As I said before, phlogiston engraving is also a language. It looks like a mere pattern, but those well-versed in the art can understand the meaning therein. And as a scholar on the subject, I should only need a day to analyze these patterns. Rawr. Wait, you're gonna take a whole day? Timegate quest? Yeah? What about it? Now, the pattern looks flat, sure, but every last hook and turn can redefine the meaning behind the phlogiston flow within. Oh, that's super complicated. Oh, you look so sad. Yep. Phlogiston engraving scholarship is the most masterful field of study. So what if you just read the meaning directly using phlogiston? Directly? Well, you could certainly do that, but the meaning could, and I do mean could, contain some discrepancy. Wait, you could use phlogiston? But you're an outlander, aren't you? Well, I could do it the moment I arrived in Natlan. Really? I never knew that could happen. How could that... I mean, what a rarity. Quite expected of you, I suppose. Anyway, this is a good opportunity to try to sense the phlogiston for yourself. Your hands. Oh. Oh. Your hand stops a short distance from the phlogiston engraving. You feel the warmth in your body and slowly follow the patterns along the wall. Then the meaning lights up in your mind like a dim star. If you wish to open this door, seek out an unveiling script. So what's recorded in that engraving? It reads as follows. That is indeed what it says. Answers of this sort are pretty easy to verify, and in any case, this is a pretty classic theme. There should be an unveiling script somewhere around here with which we can unlock this phlogiston engraving. Where is it though?
Is it this right here?
Rawr! Yes, a script with which to unveil this engraving. Wait, you understood me, little guy? That was Paimon speaking. Why did she wave her hands? Rawr! Rawr! He turned around. Is he trying to say that the script is behind us? All right, Dora the Explorer. These things are huge. Look at them shimmy. Okay. Chest before I forget. Rawr! What's up? You think the unveiling script is nearby? Oh. And you can dash into it. Wait, are there any other ones in the area that I can do that to? Oh, I didn't see that, but I investigated it. Doesn't really look like it. Oh, activate. The door really opened! Well, it half opened anyway. Okay. Boop. Teleport. Oh, I see another one right there. Everything about you exudes vigor. How do you even do something like that anyway? Spirit door in a spirit way, shimmering on the edge of reality. Just what we're looking for. Where's there? Oh, a spirit way right here. Right there. I see it. Approach to shut the iridescent beam off and collect the unveiling script. Oh! It doesn't like me. Oh, not approach this. Don't I need a Kaholosaur though right now? Disable. Approach to the actual eye itself. I need a Saur. I need a Kaholosaur. I think there'd be one around here, but maybe I'm just supposed to go back and grab the one that I just had. Or rather, maybe I'm supposed to take that one through here to begin with. Oh, he could have spirit weighed in here as well. Oh, I'm out of... There we go. The teleport got my stuff back up. Got my phlogiston back up. Disable. There we go. Now boop it. Roar. Oh wow. There was an Ock that I was supposed to go grab if I'd known it was there. Paimon was just about to say this place was getting hotter the deeper we got, but she sure didn't expect this whole place to be filled with lava. Careful, Snooze. If you slip, that just might be the end for you. Rawr. Huh. Now that you mention it, floaty little Paimon's the safest here. Heh, that's just one of the reasons Paimon's awesome, you know. They said that those whose heads get big wind up floating away. Paimon's always floating anyway, but that didn't sound like a compliment. Eh? You're a real bright spark, Paimon, you know that? That didn't sound like a compliment either, Chikya. Anyway, never mind all that. This is the thing we're looking for, right? It just looks like a clay ring with phlogiston patterning on it. That. Do you think this one's valuable by any chance? Very much so. In fact, it's probably worth a large sum of mora, but its real worth lies in its ability to open the path of the upper sanctum, Hanan Pacha. You've seen the islands floating in the sky, haven't you? You mean the ones above the lake? That's right. We call those the upper sanctum, due to their inaccessibility by either humans or saurians. They say that the legendary elixir that heals all wounds can be found there, in fact. For people like us who are constantly in conflict, that is a pure land of peace, a utopia created by the first human to use phlogiston. And now it's time for a question, class. What was the name of the sage who, in the past, stole the flaming seed of phlogiston? Snooze? Rawr! Very enthusiastic, but I don't think I heard you right. Rawr! Alright, now then. Your turn, lad. What was the answer? These are the same. No, they're not. It was this one. Very good. You memorized after hearing it only once. Only thing I've ever done first try in this game. You memorized it only after only hearing it once, did you? I see great things in your future, I do. Anyway, we usually call him the Sage of the Stolen Flame, which is easier by far. Some also call him a madman or a lunatic, but I'd call those compliments as well. He did some very impressive things regardless, after all. He stole the flaming phlogiston seed from the Great Dragon and created the Upper Sanctum using that power, before teaching it to everyone in the tribes. This is also, or so the ancient scrolls say, where humans first begin practicing with phlogiston. And this special spirit door is a sort of trial. Activating this door will grant you access to the spirit way that leads to the Upper Sanctum. Rawr. Well, I don't know what you're saying. Yes, that's where the treasure is. Yes. Legend has it that it is a gift given by the sage to those who pass the trial. Rawr. Huh, so that's the story. What's the trial like then? Let me have a look. No, it's fine. I've seen the phlogiston engraving on the spirit door enough times to sear it into my memory. If you wish to open this path, seek 3 unveiling scripts. That's right, pretty much the same as before. We just need to find 3 scripts this time. I mean, drawing info directly from phlogiston is impressive, but I'd personally put more stock in my graphic language comparisons. It seems like this spirit door already has an unveiling script embedded into it. See? A third of it has already been lit up. We just need to find 2 more. My back's aching again. I'll wait for you here while you find those unveiling scripts, alright? This place is very dangerous, so keep your eyes peeled, lad. I will. Unveiling script, where are you? Okay, I want to go back up. Is there a way back up, though? Because there was, a chest that I walked right past. Because there was an Ock up there that I could have hopped into. If is at all possible. Might be possible. Is possible. Okay, where was it? It's this direction. Facing right at it. There it is. Nice. Okay, we found one. There's only one more left, and it's over here. Boink. Ooh, remarkable chest with no prerequisites as well. Hey! I should have known better than to bring Shilona and skill. Oh my gosh, than to bring Shilona and skill out when I was right next to one of those things. Oh, here it is. Have no qualm. Oh, I have a qualm with you, though. Have no qualm with the Kaholazars. There, we're good. It's up. What are these traversal mechanics like on console? This guy said that the it's actually kind of okay on okay, I do want to fight this thing though. That's kind of okay on mobile, which kind of surprised me a little bit. A pile of goo. There was also a knot Sealy as well that I saw. Right there. Just kind of chilling in the air. Flowers in her hair. Flowers everywhere. I love the flower girl. Oh. There's one right here. Ooh, doggy. Hell is this? Touch? Oh, it's on the move. Huh. Interesting. And it essentially traveled up a spirit way to fill out this cave painting. Wow, these are really pretty as well. Huh. Noob using controller during combat. Console's good, mobile kinda okay, but sometimes awful. Oh, depending on, oh, that makes sense. Depending on which Saurian mechanic you're using. Choo-choo, cuckoo soar? Cuckoo soar is where especially when you have to hit something midair. I'm sure we'll be heading over here next, but just in case I forget about this.
There's a lot of good stuff in here. Want to split it?
Bonk. Alright, you found both of the scripts. Integrate into the... Okay, integrate them into the ring. Why do I have 2 balls on me? Where did I pick these balls up from? Oh, balls of the... Isn't that normal? There it is. Activate. It's a mail call. You guys did say that the cats died. Anyways. Red Dead Redemption 2. Oh, were these spirit ways not active yet? The ones that we saw in the sky before? So this is how our spirit way looks when illuminated. The ancient... Whoa, excuse me. I'm so sorry. That was right in the microphone. The ancient woven scroll said that the dim path lights up. It will be like a bonfire being roused once more into a blaze. And they weren't exaggerating. Ah, right. You're back at last. You alright over there, Paimon? Yeah, Paimon's fine. And Juice News? Rawr. Well, still not getting you there, but it seems you're uninjured too. And finally, Conry. I knew you'd be fine, lad. You've got a bright future ahead of you, after all. Some concern would have been nice all the same. It is lava that I'm swimming in. That would be unnecessary. The only thing you need is the trust of others. And you should be proud of that. What do you think she thought when we morphed into a Kaholosaur? Seriously, though, this place is frighteningly full of liquid phlogiston. I was concerned for a moment there that you'd not come back. Couldn't have returned on my own power with this bad back after all. If you'd failed to return, I'd have turned it to jerky over here without ever having found that cure-all elixir. What's wrong, Chikya? What's with that sudden look? I just remembered that when tidying up ancient scrolls previously, I did spot an account of our ancestors swimming in lava. At that time, I thought swimming in liquid phlogiston? Madness! Reckoned it was some wild storyteller's yarn, I did. Why does it seem like she should be talking in a southern accent? Well, now that you think about it, those were probably... those who failed. It's hard to imagine why anyone would draw that, but yeah, just thinking about it gives me the heebie-jeebies. No wonder my friend gave me a pained look, like one looking at some emotionally warped humanoid monster, when I told that story as a joke. We drifted apart thereafter. That was one of my only friends, you know. Anyway, never mind. Let's head back to the tribe and talk with her instead. This whole friends business should start looking up once the sage of the Storm Flames gift returns with us in glory. And what's that gift supposed to be? The power of hypnosis? No, but Mora and Dreams of Success are effective if dirty substitutes. Anyway, for the sake of friendship, actually, screw that. We're doing this for the gift for ourselves and for selfish reasons anyway. But because we deserve it all and more. Let's rock. It is Xinyan. Still, this is the first time I'm riding Spirit Way. You'll dodge if I end up vomiting, won't you? All right. Don't worry, you all. I'm just kidding. Oh, fishing spot. Boop, boop, boop. I need... Okay, there's Kaholosaurus over there. That was a bit risky, but we took the gamble. Oh, right here. Boink. Ha! so this is the spirit way. That was quick. Wasn't expecting this experience. Took all this time to get to our destination and whoop, took us all the way back in an instant. Fascinating. If you ask me, a Power Icon should be placing this stuff everywhere. Never entered a spirit way before? Well, I've always lived within my tribe's bounds, and we have phlogiston saturated winds nearby that can blow us high into the sky over there. Still feel like these spirit ways are slightly more fun. Ride the spirit way back to the surface. As expected, spirit door below is connected to the one in these ruins, such that the passage may extend into the skies. The woven scrolls recorded rightly. Yeah, I'm so proud of myself for believing in them. Rawr. Yes. You're awesome for cooperating with me, Snooze. What an adorable little fella you are. How would you like to jump ship over to me? 3 square meals and 1 grain fruit guaranteed. 1 for each meal is kind of sad, let's be real. Whoa, we got a poacher over here. Well, you miss every shot you don't take, you know. Auroron reference. I'll take that as a no then. To be so close. I'm getting a little envious. We were around when Snooze first opened his eyes. You didn't have a chance to start with. That's so, that close, huh? That might make for a very painful goodbye if that time should ever come, though. Thanks. It's like, oh, you raised this little puppy from when it was just a little newborn. Well, that's gonna be mighty hard on you when he crosses the Rainbow Bridge. Like, thanks, Chikya. Huh? All right, we're just about to reach the upper sanctum, but let me take 5 real quick. Goodness, my back hurts. Has it always been this way? Oh, come on, it's not that bad. You know, you leave yourself open to tricks by constantly taking people so seriously. If anything, my back pain has decreased mysteriously since meeting you. I wonder what that is. Is there something special about your body, and would that work a piece of it? And would that work with a piece of it of any size, like say, a thumb? Would you mind giving one to me? I'd give you mine in exchange. Want to give it a shot? Wait, what sort of weird trade is that? Okay, so I don't know how you grew up, lad, but I'm sure most people would have refused. I was just trying to scare you, you know? Didn't think you'd get me instead. Alright, just a little bit longer, and the pain in my back should subside. And then we can head to the upper sanctum together.
And it gave me 30 primos!
Is this just a lamp? This is just a lamp. Ooh, right there. Right here. Right now. But I can't... Am I supposed to hop from up there into it? Ooh. Platforming with a Kaholasaur is fun, but... Oh, you can just jump into the. I thought you had to start there. Ah, cool. Thank you. Pretty happy with how things have gone. Actually, make that delighted. Didn't expect to reach the upper sanctum. Originally thought I'd make it to the entrance below just for a quick look around. All thanks to you, young lad. And to think it would be a waste of time if I got all that trouble sneaking out to never be seen. Oh, they go by so fast. What do you mean by sneaking out? So here's the thing. I left without telling my friends and family in the tribe. Oh, I didn't tell you before? Shunk. Wait a sec. Isn't that running away from home? Ooh, oh, we're high. Tainari joke. So this is the upper sanctum, huh? From down here, you'd think it was all gray and empty up here. Rawr. Who would have thought it'd be like this? Indeed. It is said that the floating matter here is held together by the power of phlogiston, itself a highly vigorous energy source. It's a strange phenomenon, but that's the best way to understand it for now. This also explains this also explains not only why grass and flowers grow above it, but also how it warms cooled earth anew and ignites a conflagration of souls in the darkness. This is phlogiston, won for us by the sage of the stolen flame, snatched from the very claws of the giant dragon. And speaking of which, that reminds me, when some people in the tribe lay eyes on the upper sanctum, they have the nerve to doubt that a mere human could create such floating islands through the power of phlogiston, thus concluding that the sage of the stolen flame must have been a kind of dragon too. Rar? People are free to think what they want. Interesting conjecture. I understand that changing the way people think about the world can be nigh on impossible, but why, if it doesn't drive me up a wall? Just because they couldn't do it themselves, they insist that anyone who could must have been superhuman. I'd rather not hang around with people who have such a losing mentality. Anyway, what about the treasure and the elixir? Given that's what we've come for, it doesn't look like there's much for us here. Rawr. You didn't actually think this was going to be that simple, did you? Or even put to the test by the mad sage of the stolen flame, after all. If the ancient scrolls are out, we must find some mechanisms to activate, complete the final trial, and then reach the center of the upper sanctum. But I have no more idea than you as to what this so-called center is supposed to look like. Thinking back, I'm sure the images of the floating islands I've seen before were a bit different to what we're seeing now. There's a possibility that as I've aged, even my memory, which I was once so proud of, is becoming unreliable. You don't look that old, madam. Anyway, seeing as we've come this far, let's rely on our intuition instead. So, how are we going to activate these mechanisms? You should be able to activate them using phlogiston, just like with phlogiston engraving. That's what's shown in these scrolls, anyhow. Apparently, the phlogiston chisliths all over Natlan were based on the mechanisms here, making these mechanisms incredible relics in and of themselves. Well, lad, you've shown great promise so far. Time you went and give it a try, huh? Oh, this automatically grabbed this teleport for me. Just taking a bath, no worries. Well, we are up high. Although, we're kind of just in line with that plateau there. Ooh. Ooh, there's another one of those things. Head to the next floating island. What are these iridescent inscriptions doing here? In theory, it's constituting more than ancient language. Something, something, something. Went by so fast. As it usually does. Oh, ping. It disappeared after Connery touched it. Those that receive the flame go to the monument where its seed resides. Head to the last floating island. Oh, and best, I got a chest.
These should be worth something. Go on, take it.
I will.
Time for a light show.
Go ahead, hop up in the air. Up and away! Go ahead, hop up in the air. It makes it easy. Oh, hey, there was... Oh, I didn't even see the Ark on my mini-map. Oh, hey, no contest.
What do we have here?
Investigate. Ooh. Fodder facts. Oh, damn it. I think I can still get there though. I exited the vertical too soon. What are those iridescent inscriptions doing here? This would be a great place for a thumbnail, methinks. Oh, hell yeah. Oh, yeah. Okay. Do people have those of you who have pulled Skirk, do you have an ideal team for her, or are you gonna just make a team work, like people who don't have a Scoffier or stuff like that? Gone again. Rar, those that receive the flame complete the trial and head to the floating island. There's a stone here. Just Unga Bunga since she's strong. Fair enough. I mean, I don't have an ideal Arlecchino team. I use Zhongli to shield, which that's fine. But I use Mona and Yelan, which is kind of like, it's okay. But I know it's not the ideal team for her. Whew, this should be the last mechanism. This one's no different than the others. Chikya, you sure you haven't fallen for some kind of trick? Rawr. Of course not. When it comes to deciphering ancient scrolls, I have a great confidence. Some confidence. A certain degree of confidence in my abilities. Your confidence is shrinking by the second. Ah, help! Anyway, I'm fairly certain this isn't the last mechanism. If I remember rightly, it should be larger and more complete? Floating islands. Young lad, irrespective of the great promise you've shown, no one will understand unless you speak in full sentences. As for whether the treasure is real and the elixir really exists, well, you only know once you've given it a try. Rawr. If it doesn't work this time, it'll work the next, and if not here, somewhere else. As long as you stay in the game, a miracle's bound to happen sooner or later. Your optimism truly knows no bounds. I'll take that as a compliment. Rawr. See, Snooze is excited too. Come on then, Connery. Use Phlogiston to activate the mechanism. Skirk, Farina, Cinder City, Mualani, and Escoffier. Ooh, that sounds like a really good team, actually. Farina, Esco, and last slot, either Mona or Shen. Ideal team, but free to play weapon. Ah, gotcha. That makes sense. Have a premium team, but honestly so strong, probably be fine on teams without iced coffee. Chef, Furry, and Yelan. I mean, realistically, if we're able to get our Skirk, she'll probably be in a team. She'll probably just be in a team exactly like this. She'll probably be with Shilonen, Farina, and Yelan. I feel like that's gonna be a pretty okay one for her. Or it could put Shenhe in there, because Shen has a cryo buffer. But I'll experiment around. I have a crap ton of characters. None of them are gonna be ideal, but I have a crap ton of characters, and they're all gonna work perfectly well. She gives me vibes of Arle from her power and also her effortless badass poise and calm when she's like her normal attacks that really sold me on Arle. Same thing with Skirk. It's like she's not even trying.
Died again. I was watering it every day. Ugh, don't tell me I overdid it this time.
Huh, the iridescent inscription turned into that ball. This is final trial, let's go! Go, go, go! Oh, I need the Kabolabor. Could the Spirit Way be the final trial? Oh, oh. Blink, blink. A new Spirit Way appeared. Well, lucky for me, I know what to do with this. Another new path. Another test subject. Blink, blink. Okay, I was just about to say, like, some music wouldn't have gone amiss during this trial. Hop. These are so pretty. These spirit ways when you get to be above the entirety of Tavat. That's where we were before. What does this remind me of? What game does this, obviously, like, there's the low-hanging fruit of Rainbow Road of Mario Kart, but what does this remind me of? Oh my gosh, I just realized what this reminds me of, and it's going to be an extremely, potentially, I think a really obscure reference. I'll talk about it in just a sec. Could these iridescent inscriptions be something? A wobbly spirit way over here. Rar? Rar? Hidden ahead. Is Paimon seeing things? It feels like there's a whole new floating island in the... Your eyes do not deceive you, Paimon. So that means the whole point of those iridescent inscriptions. Reminds you of Genshin Impact 5.0. It was the hopping from track to track that reminded me of something that's going to be a super obscure reference. I think it's going to be an obscure reference. However, this might be it might be a more popular game than I'm thinking it is. Oh, there's bros here. I can tell already. Ooh, that's pretty. How does it look better in the actual game than in the postcard, in the screenshot? Oh, this guy isn't a character, so he can't be hidden in photo mode. That wasn't perfectly framed the way I would want it to be perfectly framed. Mmm. Delicious. Can I walk in this? I kind of just wandered into it, assuming it wasn't primordial water. Well, I never. A hidden island in the center of the upper sanctum. And there I was, wondering why it looked so different from what we saw in the pictures. So my memory's fine after all. I wouldn't be in charge of looking after those ancient woven scrolls if I wasn't, If it wasn't, But apart from that even larger rock in the middle, there's something else here. Or could this giant rock itself be the sage's legendary rift? Rawr? I would definitely share these pics. How would I create like a Google folder that you'd all be able to access the full res versions of that? Of these screenshots that I've taken over the months. I guess I could just honestly put them in the Discord, but would those be hyper compressed, wouldn't they? They wouldn't be the full tilt versions. At this point, I'm genuinely stumped. In all the scrolls I've seen, when the heroes pass the trial and reach this place, they should sense the spirit of the Sage of the Stolen Flame. As long as you've reached this place by passing the trial, you're supposed to feel as if you're being called somehow. But I have no idea what that means in practice. I was under the impression that I'd be able to work that out once I got here, that I could... Looks like that was wishful thinking. Stretch out your hand, chosen of. Reach out to me. This is the final trial. With this, light up the temple within your... Oh, fuck. Then, do you know what it means? Rawr. So, you saw something? You saw something? You saw something? Gracious me. See what I mean by how it's just the wording makes me want to give her a southern accent. Gracious me. So the one worthy of the gift was you after all, young lad. Huh? Paimon didn't see anything either. Weird. I saw a golden pattern. Rawr, rawr. A golden pattern? You mean the same one you saw when the first time you met Snooze? Wait, Paimon thought you were just seeing things back there. Why would you think that, Paimon? Rawr, rawr. Snooze, telling Paimon to look up is no use. She can't see it. But seeing as you've said it's there, the tone sounds familiar too. It's definitely the same person that left that golden pattern before. So maybe the one that left it behind was the Sage of the Stolen Flame? What? What? You mean to say that you've previously been given a sign by the Sage of the Stolen Flame? I said you had a bright future ahead of you, lad. What lies before you now, but a future oh so radiant. I knew you showed great promise. I wouldn't have taken a shine to you otherwise. So, have you figured out how to receive the gift? Rawr. Yes, I just have to reach out towards the giant stone tablet. Oh. Okay. What?
Hear the echoes of the valley.
Conry, watch out for their fists and everything else. Well, Bishop Duke. Oh, we do decent damage to them though. Okay, I got one of her full attack strings off. Whoa, he's rolling at me.
Let's get it on. Letting great names echo. Here comes the catch.
Yay! Look at all those drops. Look at those birds that appeared from nowhere. Oh. The birds actually just appeared. Huh. I thought that was just the game being weird, that it hadn't spawned those guys in, but no, they huh. The water level has risen somewhat and the spring's now full of phlogiston. The water below my knees is warm, and I can feel a warmth flowing through my limbs. A lovely sensation. So the Sage's gift wasn't an elixir that can cure all injuries, but rather the hot spring here? Paimon's not exactly surprised, given the people of the springs aren't far off. Look at the fireworks still around me. Rawr. It looks like he's looking at it. Snooze is looking pretty cozy there. This isn't just any old hot spring, little floaty Paimon. Once a hero who has been chosen bathes in this spring, they'll be granted the power to wield phlogiston. Huh, really? So, what happens if Paimon dives in? Good question. And I think I know. You'd still be Paimon, just a soaking wet one. What? Paimon thought you'd get to use phlogiston too, and transform into some kind of super awesome pyro Paimon. Pyromon? Wow. I was about to say Paimon, as in like P-Y-M-O-N, like combine pyro and Paimon, be like pyro and Paimon, get it? Paimon? Oh, wait. That's just pronounced the same as it was before. Oh, excuse me. Sadly, I think not, because you haven't been chosen. Wait a minute, Chikya. You knew that this hot spring would be the final gift, yet you claimed you were searching for an elixir that could cure all injuries, and that you'd share it with us too? Huh. There's so many types of injury in the world. How could you possibly expect a single elixir to heal them all? But when it comes down to it, wisdom is the solution to all our worries. Yes, I tricked you this time, little Paimon, but when we make mistakes, we learn from them, and take one step closer to resolving our worries. Isn't that a wonderful outcome, too? Huh. Okay, that actually kind of makes sense. 3.14 Mon, please, no. So, have your injuries been cured? No, not at all. My heart still aches from the niggling pain of all my various injuries, and in that sense, I've been tricked as well. Tricked terribly, by myself. Even if I took a bath in a hot spring filled with phlogiston, I would still be unable to use it. In the past, so the ancient scrolls say, tribespeople who could not already wield phlogiston only ever learned to do so by passing the trial. So it hasn't had any effect at all. Wait, you're clearly from Natlan, but you can't use phlogiston? Rawr? Paimon, you know these delayed responses of yours can be quite hurtful at critical moments like this. Yes, nearly everyone in Natlan can use phlogiston, but nearly is not all. When I was very young, I once suffered a grave injury in connection with the Abyss. It was a miracle that I even survived, and I was in terrible health. I told you I could jump great distances with an ectomosaur on my back, but I'd be fooling you, for ectomosaurs can float up and make themselves as light as a feather, so they don't weigh a thing. It may well be due to this injury that I'm unable to use phlogiston. No matter what I try, I simply can't do it. I've racked my brains, pored over all kinds of different scrolls. Though others viewed them as simply virtually obsolete, I'm well versed in analyzing phlogiston engraving through patterns. I once put a lot of effort into memorizing all the meanings, holding a great memory while doing so. For me, teaching the children of our tribe the basics about phlogiston was also an opportunity to observe how much they would discover the ability to use it. And speaking of which, I'm quite popular with the children. I know everything there is to know about phlogiston, and the more I understand, the more in awe of it I am. But the more awe I feel, the more regret and frustration I feel for not being able to wield it myself. It was all thanks to you that we were able to make it through all those trials. I understand that to learn skills like our ancestors did, sacrifices must be made. But I simply won't have that kind of courage. Perhaps that's why I can't use phlogiston. Chikya. Rawr. It's alright. I came to terms with it a long time ago. If it doesn't work this time, there's always next time. I'll find a way eventually. Thank you so much. I'm grateful for everything you've done for me, Connery. I know I keep saying it, but you have a fine future ahead of you, lad. Not only are you amazingly talented, but you're also kind as well. Unlike me, for whom everything seems to be set in place now. Lad, I'm sure you'll have many more incredible adventures to look forward to. Look at this water-glittering purple hydro dragon. Please don't cry. I'm a little jealous, to be honest. Connery, young lad full of promise, wherever the road takes you, may your travels be smooth forever and always. And the same to you. I'm sure you'll achieve your aspirations. Even if there's no elixir that can cure all injuries, I'm sure you'll find an elixir that can cure your injuries. Rawr. Thank you, Paimon and Connery. And last but not least, Snooze. Your words have genuinely moved me, Connery. Really, I'm touched by what you said, lad, because you're someone that people can count on. Alright, let me rest here a while longer. This hot spring's mighty relaxing after all. I'll soak in here for a bit, and then get back to pouring through ancient scrolls for a cure. I might be in for a scolding for running off from home, though. But just as you said, lad, I'll have to work hard to achieve my aspirations. How is she gonna get back down? You got a wind glider? Ooh. A fragment of a shattered iridescent inscription. It is broken beyond repair and can no longer serve its purpose. Though dismissed by many as delusional obsession, some still believe they hold the key to unraveling messages from ancient civilizations.
Have you ever kept goldfish as pets? They're very cute.
No, I have not, but thanks for asking. It just looked like she was asking Chikya. Oh my gosh, unintentional framing of Celestia in the background right now. I did not mean to do that. Oh, it's you, young lad with a bright future ahead of you. What's up? Journey got you tired enough for a soak in the hot spring? Well, I haven't learned how to use phlogiston yet, but my back's no longer killing me as much as it was before, so at least it seems like the healing effect here is better than over at the People of the Springs. Though I'm still a long, long way from achieving my real goal, not having such a bad back thanks to this hot spring surely counts for, say, 10%? She definitely needs a surfboard to get off of here. Oh my gosh, look at that glitter. It looks like Skirk's leggings. It looks like who? Whose leggings you talking about? Skirk. She's a pretty lady that I'm trying to pull for. Pull for? What the hell you talking about, lad? What are you gonna pull on her? All right.
Up and away.
Up and away. There was a chest on this island that I saw when we were flying in as well. On the side of this island, there's a chest somewhere. Right there.
There's a lot of good stuff in here. Want to split it? Just kidding. You can take it.
2 primo gems. Indeed, good stuff, Shilonen. Squirk. Reputation reward. Oh my gosh. Tracer or no tracing, and seeker no finding. And then also world exploration as well. Nice. Ooh, what did that give me? Hot spring o'clock. What kind of meal is that? There's got to be a cooking spit around the village, isn't there? You would think. Look, Fontainians. A lot of people have wind gliders. Yeah, hopefully she can just glide down. Oh my gosh, what did you just do to get up here? The inn near the music shop. The music shop. Look, a surfboard. It's a shark board. The inn near the fishing shop, over here. Up and away. Oh no, oh no. That's not what he says. Oh dear, that's what it says. Oh dear, up and away! Sorry you had to listen to that. Cup of grain fruit. Hot spring o'clock. A little surprise from the people of the springs? Mystery food. Where did that just go? Where did that just fly off to? Up and away. Nope, that's onion soup. That's jewelry soup. Jewelry. At the top. Delicious hot spring o'clock. But what does it do?
This isn't bad. It isn't bad at all.
I just think everyone should have a bit more.
Oh, wait. It imbued me with something. What is it doing? Is that regenerating 1 HP for me? That regenerated 1 HP for me. What the fuck? And the symbol of the People of Springs logo. Worth it. Like once every 10 seconds. I guess maybe it could be a Marsha say enabler. Well, now I have some of those. We can go to the tablets as well, because I believe we have enough sigils to go to the tablet of Toma. I do. It gave me primo gems, and it gave me an acquaint fate. Also, speaking of which, I think, did we use up our standard pulls the last time we were? No, we have 4 standards we can roll right now, and then we can buy an intertwined. Should I believe there are 4. So 4 in total, but 3 more. Sorry and Buddy world quests. Should I finish up those 3 before we hop into Act 3? Probably, right? Up to you. Up to you. What am I doing? What did I just say that we were getting? What was I just discussing? Before Act 5 at your choice. Okay. I kind of want to hop into Act 3 tomorrow. I think we might do that. Recommends you can pace out the AQs better. That's a good point. So I'm not rushing into the Archon quests. Maybe I might make that a poll on the Discord. However, how long is the next one? This is the next one, right? We're only at an hour and a half right now. If that's another hour and a half, that might be okay. A 3-hour stream is kind of normal for us. A 3-hour tour. With Gilligan, the skipper too. Same length. Bro, I just vaporized what we were... Oh. Standard pulls. Jeez, my brain. I need another beer. This thing jolt. C1 Dia is what I'm hoping for on standard, I believe. What standard 5-star weapons are good? Cause I got Amos's. No, Amos bow isn't a standard though, isn't it? Just it's Amos bow isn't a standard. We just lost our 50-50 on Arle's signature to the Amos bow. Oh, it is. I don't know who to use that on. It's on Tainari. I have it built and don't use my Tainari. And boop, one more on standard. Up and away. Did I have anything craftable? I did not. Or I didn't have anything cooking is what I meant. Cooking Shinobu. No, please. She's the only thing keeping the Artaki gang together. Let's hop up and let's hop up and grab this. Let's just keep going. I'm good if you're good. Wait, there's another one right here. Let me try my blade. This isn't over. Okay, so the one up here is the next one then. So it's the one up here. Up and away. However, there was the camp where the guy that we talked to originally, I think it's over here actually. Oops, not that. I want to see if there's any dialogue, Manku. I want to see if there's any dialogue in between, snooze quests with him.
All right.
Oh my gosh, careful. Did I not get a chest that was over here at his camp? What the? Oh my gosh, he came out of nowhere!
Hear the echoes of the valley. Bring it.
Oh, I jumped way too far. You've taken this too far.
Things are about to get dicey. A festive reprise! Fuse is lit!
Where are you? Where are you? I love my Yoimiya. Yup. Okay, so this was definitely not his camp. This was definitely not Manku's camp. Manku Kenki? Kazuha's boss? I kind of thought that her spread, one would go here, one would go there. Not his camp. Near the Children of Echoes. Near the Children of Legos. Is it? Oh my gosh! Excuse. I'm so sorry. Those sneak up on me. Oh, is it this one? No. That's not super close to the Children of Echoes. Oh. Oh, hello. How have you been? Or is there something you would like to confirm? Okay, I don't think these are anything different. How would the tribe deal with the matter again? They would send him back to the Night Kingdom. For a while he could perhaps never gain the acceptance of dragons or the Night Kingdom while he lives. Once he has left this world, he will, without a doubt, return to the embrace of the night. This may seem cold, yet there will be he would be reunited with the souls of all beings. Forgive my presumption, but perhaps that too might be seen as a form of kindness. Any clues about the token? Some, but I need to find someone who can confirm them. Later on, perhaps you'll find me over with Pakao, the leader of the Children of Echoes. He might look a little over the top, perhaps, but in all frankness, he's more reliable than the most solid of crystals. And he has immaculate drip. Physical DPS Kachina Wen. Who here built physical Xiangling way back in the day? When that was one of the main things that you did with Xiangling. Either that or as a meme build. I could never tell whether you guys meant that as a serious build or whether that was kind of a joke build that was popular back in the day. I need these for Notland craftables. It was serious. Was just that there wasn't a whole lot you could do with her other than like. But even so, her kit is all centered around her not being on field. Hi.
Let's finish this fast.
You guys weren't bothering me, but now I'm bothering you.
Out of the way or get blown away!
Quietly now.
Oh my gosh, Yelon, get off of that thing! Ah! Bleh. I didn't kill him, you killed him. Hello there. Would you like to get myrtleized? But would you like to get... You can't climb over this piece of stone, Yoimiya, while you're aiming?
Gotcha.
Oh, okay. Maybe I deserved that one. I was just juggling her with charged shots.
Treasure. One way to draw your target out of hiding.
Physical Chi-Chi was serious. Yeah, because that's about the only thing you can do with her, right? Because she's a healer, but her kit... It's like her abilities are healer, but her kit isn't centered around being a healer. She's a very weird character in that regard. See, been on D tier lists back then. How come? Was he kind of weird at the start and he only got really good with future characters, or? What the f-
Quietly now.
Out of the way or get blown away!
Gloves off.
Come on, Dia, you can kill him. Oh, I was like, you're gonna be able to kill him inside your burst, or you're not doing enough damage to even chip away that much health. Oh! We're good. We're fine. He was always really good. It was just Bennett's buff only became apparent the later you. Sus. Markings on the ground as we approach the quest area. This is a big problem. I'm not going to give him that voice. This is a big problem. Man, what terrible luck. Still, wouldn't this make for a pretty interesting story opener? Titu, the tribe's old storyteller, spoke of what he had seen. On the day of that great earthquake, he saw the giant shadow pin plunge beneath the earth, and that was how all the calamities began.
Whoa. Whoa! This person sure is spouting some scary stuff.
Ah, yes. You've sure gotten slow. Didn't even notice them until they were right under your nose. That's a line from a story I heard recently. Made a real impression on me. Still, if you ask me, eavesdropping isn't usually considered a sign of virtue.
Don't blame us. You're the one talking super loudly.
Rawr. Really? Well, that makes things awkward.
And hey, come on, little fella. Why are you backing these outlanders? Just whose side are you on?
Rawr, rawr. All right. Still, it's quite interesting little ensemble. It's quite the strange little ensemble.
How did I insert the word interesting into this?
What is wrong with me? Still, quite the strange little ensemble. 2 outlanders and a special little Tepetlosaur. That social studies bookworm sure would love to see this.
Wait, you can understand what Snooze is saying?
Understand Saurian speak? You gotta be kidding me. No one can do that. He's got an ocarina on his pack.
Fascinating.
Huh. That's cool. Much more detailed than just like having a bedroll or something. I like. I mean, I know it's super low poly, but like for an NPC, that's interesting. Having them have different crap on their packs. No one can do that. What do you think they'd say anyway? What do you think they'd say anyway? Hello, my name is Snooze. But I'm one of the children of echoes, and we're always around Tepetlosaurs. You can figure out what they're trying to communicate from their eyes, their expressions, and the humming noises they make. Anyway, introductions are in order. Titu, that's my name.
Paimon's Paimon.
And I'm Conry. Rawr. And this is Snooze. Since we've introduced ourselves without a fight, that makes us friends. And word of advice from a friend, this place is dangerous. Why don't you head over to the people of the springs instead? They've got it all over there. Hot springs, relaxing music, chicks and hunks in swimsuits, the works. All we've got here is a couple of huge stone pillars. It even sounds boring. This is one of the only times where they address point blank how attractive the characters are in this game. There was the one time that Dia's men were like, "Well, if we had another smoking hot eremite like you," and I was like, "Well." Then what are you doing here? I'm caring for this particular pillar. I've been doing poorly of late, I'm afraid. The shadow pin's spirit was weakening, and the shadow it should have pinned in place would soon silently slip away. My sus glasses were on for a microsecond that this was a celestial nail. You know what? That would make a good starting point for a story. Sorry. Got a bit carried away thinking about stories there. Telling tales is my responsibility here in the tribe, and after so many years, it's time for me to come up with some originals. And of course, something had just had to go wrong with the shadow pin just as I was a few days into my musing, because why would it ever rain when it could pour? So, will the rock fall down? He saw the giant shadow pin plunge beneath the earth. No fair warning, that bit's just speculation. Things might not have gotten that bad yet. But some accident has indeed happened with this pin, one I can do nothing about.
Is there really nothing you can do?
Well, I could make a record of it all as an eyewitness. That way I'd also have a new tale, I guess.
Wait, you've just given up already? Actually, there's something else Paimon would like to ask. Why is this stone called a shadow pin? And what's this shadow?
Were I telling the children a story, I'd say that the Wyob hung the pins here to pin the shadow of the Volcano Lord in place. And as I was speaking that line, I unconsciously started scratching my own head as I started reading his dialogue. But that which is healed beneath them is, in truth, the abyss. That's how most tales in Natlan are. They're embellished narratives held up as warnings, and all their rhetoric is kind of a metaphor.
Wait, you mean the abyss is actually sealed below here? That's a screenshot I need.
That is a Paimon expression I need to add to my arsenal. That's right. And two out of the three small shadow pins have recently floated up. Perhaps when the third floats too, all the evil beneath the earth will come surging up like a tide. You have 3 of these? 3 small and 1 large, actually, and this is the big one. The others look nothing like this.
Wait, if the story's true, can't we just solve the problem by pushing the 2 pillars that have floated up back down?
What an amazing idea. Ah, if only I were the first. Huh, what an amazing idea. If only you were the first to think of it. In fact, lesser shadow pins have floated in the past, and according to the stories, that's exactly how it was handled. Things are trickier this time, though. Where the Abyss are involved, we can't stand idle.
That's right. We've solved a whole bunch of similar problems before. We're experts now.
Really? Not that I'm doubting your abilities, that much I could tell just from how you move, Connery. I mean to say, are you really willing to help? Since it's the Abyss we're talking about, even I can't say for sure how dangerous things could get. Oh, so scary, I regret everything. And alas, oh, now my stomach suddenly hurts.
Hey, stop it! Pablo just complimented you too. Also, your acting's terrible, and that's another expression I need to add to my arsenal. Anyway, the point is that will help. Rawr. See? Snooze agrees as well.
Ah, like a flame that appears in the darkness, so too will heroes rise up in times of great peril. Human possibility shines through in glory at moments such as this. You know what? This should make for a great story too. Indeed, Connery, you've got some traits that even those storied heroes don't have. I'm looking forward to this, I must say. Alright, Darth Tyrannus. What was his name in the, not Darth Tyrannus, Count Dooku. I'm looking forward to this. the incomparable Christopher Lee. Let's go then, dear heroes. Let's go and check our floating shadow pins. Any Star Wars fans? Any prequel fans? That quest should be added to my Beneath the Crystal Rock. Wow! Alright, just going this way. And there's people to murder here. Rock Breaker Blade. Forged Sand Shield Breaker. I haven't looked at these characters, at these enemies. They're all just dancing, and I'm the one who comes and slaughters them for no reason whatsoever. Oh my gosh! I love it. That's so fun. Look at their poses. That's amazing. Look at their poses. Because like the Eremites have like badass poses, you know? She's posing with her bird and shooting her bow, and he's standing there menacingly. Look at these dorks. I love it.
Don't mind if I do.
Hey, 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 let me possess you. Ow, what the hell? He broke me out of my burst, or out of my skill. I am so glad we got her. She is so much fun to play. Her bubbly personality, her S-tier design.
Let me open it.
Not letting her just goofballs. Those poses were amazing. just the flexing. This is the first of the lesser shadow pins. The condensed solid phlogiston lies scattered, and the iridescent inscription on it has lost its constraining powers. Just as before, the abyss's influence has squeezed it out of the stone pillar.
By iridescent inscription, do you mean that shiny golden stuff we saw just now?
Now that you mention it, we've seen them before. You have? In Natlan? That's not something that ordinary travelers or adventurers often see. Ancient legends tell that before the idea of Natlan was even born, when this land was ruled by the ancient dragons, the language by which they wielded phlogiston was these iridescent inscriptions. These days they refer to me as the Doctor. None understand the meaning hidden in these lights. Only the golden engravings scattered across Natlan remain to mark the trail of those ancient dragons.
Wait, so you know how to work it, but not how it works?
We cannot decipher the meaning of these inscriptions, but the ways we use phlogiston are all the same, so we do understand it on that level. Let me try to explain. So, Liyue has those mysterious adeptal mechanisms, yes, and while humans don't know the principle underlying their function, they can still make use of them. That's more or less what I'm talking about, despite the imperfect analogy.
So that's how things are.
Ooh, is your stomach upset? You keep pounding it. Huh?
Come on, does this even look like a stomach problem? Snooze, do you like those shiny golden things?
Rawr. They're not for eating though. You could try.
Oh my gosh. Paimon doubts they could be eaten anyway. But still, watch what you chow down on, alright? So much to say that we'll need this shiny iridescent inscription to push the pin back down, right?
Correct. Think of the inscription as an eggshell that has been shattered by the expanding abyss. We'll need to find the broken shards and fix the shell. Only then can the abyss within be sealed away. That's a better analogy than the last.
Agreed. That was super easy to understand. Alright then, let's begin.
If you're ready, Connery, please touch the inscription beneath the pin. We've got to collect as much of the inscription's power, scattered as it is around the stone pillars, as we can. Of course, the abyss will resist, so please be careful. Oh, don't worry, my good sir. I will. Break the engraved stone pillar to collect the inscription's power. Oh, in Dualosaurus. A bionk! Belly bump! But the power of the inscription is also hidden within.
Ooh, enter.
Ooh. Skill and grace. I'm not doing this, by the way. I was not piloting that. Ooh, I can also just do that.
Oh, wah, eh, ooh, wah.
I guess if I can go down like that, I move faster anyway. Bonk. Bonk. Deep wolves. I've got an app for these. Buckle the fuckle up. I'm sorry.
Let the mountain's veins boil! Bring it! Things are about to get dicey. Time for a light show!
DS field already worn off.
Gotcha!
It kinda didn't really matter though.
Letting brave names echo!
She learning keeping everyone alive? Can't see a damn thing! Hell yeah. I can't believe that worked. That was truly a scene out of a story and song. The cacophony fell silent, and the pin returned to its original state. Then its giant form crashed to the ground. Whew. To think that someone could really accomplish this. This isn't a dream, is it? You're all real, aren't you? Not figments of my imagination? Wake up. Wake up. Link, wake up. You've been asleep for 100 years. You've got to fix this for yourself. Or fix this yourself, rather. There's no need to be so mean. Why was it the only response that I could have chosen? Why is he kind of a dick sometimes? But anyway, didn't Paimon tell you? Connery's super strong. Rawr. You think so? You think so, don't you? Don't you, Snooze? You weren't affected by the abyss, were you, Connery? I'm alright for now. Is all this abyss fighting gonna bite us later? We've absorbed abyss, we've purified abyss, we've just walked in like... We've been doing a lot. And we always say, oh, I'll be fine, but we've been doing it for 5 years. Even our strongest warriors must remain I know that it's cryptically hinted that Traveler's thousands of years old, but even our strongest warriors must remain vigilant and then some in the face of the abyss. You're no ordinary person, Connery. Who knows? The story I spin from this material might even surpass those by Sanhaj. Sanhaj. Eh? Well, that sure sounds impressive, but who's Sanhaj? For those who tell stories in their tribes, Sanhaj, the master of the Night Wind, is worthy of reverence indeed. Alas, time is short. I'll tell you more about Sanhaj when we've got more time. Alright then, let's head for the next floating shadow pin. I want to fix this issue and start riding by nightfall. Woohoo! Let's go, let's go! Rawr. Ooh, I didn't remember that. Another hero from the talking stick? Another hero. It's a 4-star. These are 5 stars. I just said 4-star. Talking stick. Oh, I read it from Battle Pass. Haha, haha, teehee. Not here though. Which screen in the Battle Pass do you even read it from, though? Because we've read it before. Oh, right here. Tannock. We've been talking about Tannock a lot as well. Kaeki, Ngobo, Mara Javari as well is we've heard that before we even got to Natlan, haven't we? Sanhaj. The third to be found by the hero Tannock was the cunning Sanhaj Kompora and his enigmatic companion Mahamba. Ow, my throat. Sanhaj had been persuaded by the talking stick before, and the hero agreed to give him the spoils before he agreed to join the Fellowship of Warriors. Kompora had foreseen this in Tannock's heroic end, and how the place that would become known as the Mara Javari in later days would be born. But nay, it matters little, it matters not. Perhaps there may come a day when the scoundrel has made famous for being clever as a viper shall become a hero. Oh, where the real Stanley died. That is a throwback and a half then. Wow, mentioned since 1.0. 1.0. day one of the game. Interesting. Huh. Because I was like, where have we heard of the Mara Javari from? I know that we'd heard it before, but I didn't remember or know where. Did he find this?
Ooh, will we find any firework materials in here?
Snooze found a chest. Choose found a nest. Look what you did, Ether. This pillar has sat here since time immemorial. And now you toppled it. Oh, I forgot I don't have any, I don't have any nets left. Any nuts left. What a sad day. No nuts. Whoa, there's a spine here. There's someone's spine here. This looks, is it weird that I think this looks kind of cozy to live in? Okay, the way forward is down there. Clearly a rock wall to break. Zero Aces, thanks for the first time chat. Hello, welcome, welcome.
Come on. This.
Come on! Ow, what the frick, you monster!
Let's get it on! Here comes the catch. The fuse is lit!
Forget about it.
Ooh,
Oh
will we find
my-
any firework materials in here?
Look at all the succulents in there. That was a nifty chest. Nope, there we go. Ding 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 ding. Haha. Here, Dia, get some field time.
Out of the way or get blown away.
It's kind of brutal when they just flop like that. They're hardworking workers, you just snatched their property away. As per usual. Either just causing chaos across all of Teyvat. If the Traveler was ever actually jailed for his crimes. Just like before, don't forget to touch that. Oh, hey. Give us an inscription? We got it. Hello, Nightwalker. Welcome. Ooh, this isn't an arena at all. Leo Lasterman, thanks for the follow. Welcome. Oh my gosh, 960! Thank you, Leo Lasterman, for getting us to 960 followers on Twitch. Holy crap, saying that out loud makes that number seem... It's a big number, don't get me wrong, but saying that out, 960. It just, saying it out loud makes it seem even bigger than it is. Huge. Huge. Thank you and welcome. How's it going, Caterpillar?
Gotcha.
Yeah. I almost missed that, as I often do with Yelan's charged shot. Oh my gosh, Ping!
Look alive! Uplifted reprise!
Don't fall off. Oh, did you not? You didn't drop anything. They don't like me. They back up. Wherever you go, they back away from you. They're like, I know that you know Ito. I see what that Arataki kid. I see what that Oni does with the other beetles in this world. Ooh, crunchy. That sound effect sounds like my knees in the morning. Strange. The golden patterns flew right over, just as before, but the inscription hasn't appeared beneath this pillar. Why is that? That indicates that not only has the inscription been squeezed out, but it's also become fragmented. Ugh, this is bad. We need to find any scattered bits, and fast. So where do we find them? I don't know. Huh. They should still be held down by some power despite being scattered, so my guess is that they're nearby. Maybe we just need to look around. Rawr, rawr. Whoa, that was an interesting noise you just made. You want to go over? We're doing something important right now. We'll play with you later, all right? No, Paimon, he's clearly... Rawr, rawr, rawr. Do you mean the inscriptions over there? Rawr. Oh, wow. I've heard that even now there are still Saurians who can sense an inscription's power, but I always thought it was hearsay. Could it be true? I suppose you're really no ordinary Tepetlosaurus, Snooze. So you can do that too, huh? You got some way to go before you can be as good a guide as Paimon. See, Paimon's praising you. Well, that's true, but don't let it go to your head now. The little guy didn't catch all that. If only he was a little smarter. I'll tell him when he's older. Precisely. Those in the tribe responsible for Saurian care always say that it takes time to truly establish rapport with them. The secret to success is as follows. Exercise patience and constantly communicate. Whether humans wish to understand Saurians or Saurians humans, they both need lots and lots of time. True. Just like Paimon didn't get what Snooze was trying to tell us just now either. Sorry, Snooze. Rah, rah. You're quick to reply, though. Paimon will give you that. Alright, we'll follow you and see if we can find any golden patterns. The golden slumber. Look, I'm sorry. I need the resources, and you guys happened to be standing here. Morakarn. I bet this guy can do it in one hit. He can. Ooh. There's an investigate right here with a fodder fact. What was over here first? Okay. Whoops, that's the wrong button, Connery. I was about to say, come on, Dia. It's an overworld hilly churl. Tell me you can kill an overworld hilly churl, Dia. This is not even remotely the way we're supposed to be. Oh, yeah, it is. Never mind. This is a path that continues further here. Yeah.
Let's get it on. stiff.
But I clearly need something else. This is a wind current, though.
Oh, ah, what the frick? Oh, it's just you. What the frick, you barbarians?
Quietly.
You mean here? But this place is empty. Like Paimon's skull. Gar, rar. Dig downwards? Sure, the iridescent inscription. Flump. Ooh. All sorts of goodies. Wow! Did you like that noise I just made? Bro, leave me alone. I have no qualm with you. I need that fish with which to make squirrel fish. Ooh, look. This reminds me of Fontaine areas. Oh my gosh, camera, calm yourself. The water suddenly. Ah! See if there's any secrets you can glean while the water is high, but it doesn't look like it. Okay. Well, oh no, that's probably where we're supposed to be going. Oh, my bad. Simple. Just that easy. The mechanism's broken? Never mind, it wasn't that easy. Looks like I have to try to find another way. Wow, jeez Louise. There we go. An arc, a door. Oh, hi! Oh, it's freaking deep wolves.
Hear the echoes of the valley. Game's up. Time's over. Coefficient down.
You can kind of tell how much I like a character by, like, once the battle's over, when I pay attention to their their recovery animation. Arla, for example.
These should be worth something. Go on, take it.
Nice, nice, nice. Oh, a spirit way. Oh, bonked my head on the ceiling there a little bit. The Saurian's like, one man's stone is another man's gem. Don't laugh at your own jokes, Connery. Red metal key. Red metal key. Okay, you're going over there, so that means I want to go here first. Okay there, bud. What's down here? Oh, that's probably the way back up. Oh, frick. This is where we started. Okay. I was like, what's down there? Thump, 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 thump. Oh, there it is. Ooh, there it is. It floated away! He's getting further and further away! Surely the eggshell should be complete now. Well, the iridescent inscription should be mended now. Let's head down below to the lesser shadow pin and take a look. Complete the sealing ritual? More like complete the Sealy ritual, am I right? Like, no, Connery, you're not right. There's no Sealies in... There's been one Sealy in Natlan that we saw the entire game. The iridescent inscription is now displayed beneath the lesser shadow pin. Just like before, to restore the inscription's power, simply reach out and touch it. Need to break those spikes! Over here. Oh, I thought that would splash damage two of them for some reason. I can splash damage two of them though. Whoa! The whole floor's coming apart. Oh, enter. You know, it's called the solid phlogiston nail. I'm not 1000% convinced this isn't something celestial. This reminds me a lot of Tomb Raider now. Ah! Just a couple more. Woo! We did it. The two shadow pins have been plunged back into the earth. Rawr. Nice work. Another round of applause couldn't hurt. I'd clap my hands so they fell off if I could, but then I couldn't write another story. So forgive me for not doing so. Still, I assure you that in my heart, naught but bones remain attached to my wrists. Rawr, rawr. Yeah, that's getting kind of creepy. Really? And here I thought that kids these days like their stories with a little dash of darkness. Watching the shadow pin burrow back into the ground really takes a load off my soul. Long-standing tradition dictates that we now only need to check the third lesser shadow pin and the greater shadow pin, and we can all call this a job well done. Abyss successfully busted, not to return for a good long time. The rest of this trip should be quite safe, so feel free to come along and chat with me. I'd like to know how the heroes I'm inscribing into our tribe's stories better, you know? I'd like to know the heroes I'm inscribing into our tribe's stories better, you know? Yeah. In that case, you gotta say something like this. The mighty Paimon was as tall as a mountain. And in that case, I'd like to be as large as 2. Rawr, rawr, rawr. Hey, what do you mean by that, little guy? You want to be as tall as 3 mountains? Rawr. Ah, Snooze, you truly are a saurian of prodigious appetites. Ooh. Sure. In that case, my brave warriors, Paimon, as tall as a mountain, Connery with the stature of 2, and Snooze, who has the bulk of 3. Would you kindly come with me, T2 the poor little human-sized dwarf, to check on that last little shadow pin? Would you kindly come with me? Got flashbacks. Oh, hey. Oh. Would you kindly come with me? It's like, no, I've played that game before. Oh, there's an Ock right there. Let me get under it before I murk it. Boop. Ock under ledge. What'd you find? What are you doing? Look at him walk. Look at him waddle. Wonderful. It's solid. Almost as if it was grown from the very soil. More robust than even the roots of the great mother tree that grows beneath the signs of the Canopies mountain cliffs. Now I can head back and take up my shift in peace. Of the 3 lesser shadow pins, the most reliable you remained. If I shall ever pen a tale about the pins transforming into lovely tribeswomen, you shall be loveliest among them. Kinda weird, but okay. Wow, so you were the one most interested in the stone pillars all along, huh? Shocking. Hey, now that's ignorance speaking. Here in Natlan we believe that pure spirit and intelligence dwell within all things. For us, things taking on human form, is a most traditional theme. For example, the tale of the beech tree's shadow that transforms into a young woman, and a young flower feather clan tribesman that fell from the sky, or the story of a man who was human by day but would morph into a saurian under the moonlight at night. Many are the ways such tales are told, but they're all variations on that same theme I spoke of. Is that really true? Well, that is what a lot of stories say. That much I'll swear to as one who tells tales. Wait, what about the Shadowpin story then? There's no Shadowpin of the Volcano Lord. There's no real shadow of the Volcano Lord, is there? And if the shadow is the Abyss, then what is a pin really? Oh, you're a lot sharper than I thought, little Paimon. You're a lot sharper than I thought, girly. Let's see, where should I start with such a story? Long ago, the mountain range where the Children of Echoes made their home was not as it is today. It was a more normal, more complete, more lovely. Everything changed when the Conrian catastrophe struck. The Conrian catastrophe? Everything changed from the Fire Nation. Indeed, Natlan's ley lines were always special and somewhat delicate, so this calamity brought utter devastation. I gotta sneeze. No, I don't. They say that the Night Kingdom was severely damaged in that disaster, and the totem pole's lights grew dim. The Wyab could not hear the tribe's cries. And up on land, a dark tide of disasters blazed toward the mountain range, brought on by 2 Conrian soldiers. It was they who were the source of the troubles. Conrian soldiers? That's right. At that time, the tribe's leader had gone forth to the lone island in the west to resist the giant beasts. Elder Traore had no choice but to contend with the Abyss, and those two abject Conrians. Finally, the tribe's warriors and Saurians, exhausting their spirit, flesh, and blood, found a way to use the iridescent inscription, fashioning giant stone nails out of a solid phlogiston. And Elder Traore was the first to leap into the dark pit, crying, "If the Abyss shall ensnare death, let us flip the script. With death and sacrifice, we shall ensnare the Abyss." The brave warriors followed him in, and after much sacrifice, the Abyss was, at last, sealed beneath the earth. This is a true tale of the past. Even the Children of Echoes, who excavate solid phlogiston and gems for a living, know that the phlogiston around the stone nails must remain untouched. So that's the story. That happened 5 centuries ago, and yet you made it sound like it was something you saw yourself. That's a storyteller's duty. I love my work, and amongst all the tales I tell, I love stories of these heroes the most. I'm not a nimble fellow, nor am I the best fighter. If anything, I'm the furthest thing from a hero. But when I tell stories, I feel like I'm right there, traveling, adventuring, and fighting alongside them. I feel that smile upon me, egging me on as if standing in the shadows of the bonfires, listening to me as they would a friend bragging of their exploits. And perhaps that is how I fight alongside them, by ensuring that their stories will be passed down and remembered from generation to generation. Rawr. Wait a second. So, what does that elder story have to do with the Volcano Lord? And why do Shadowpins have that name? Still thinking about that, Paimon? Well, it's simple. It's just a little play on words, commonly done in many stories. It's called a Shadowpin because it pins shadows. Easy, right? Or... you two, you just made the same noise. That's not where Paimon thought this was going. What the fuck? What's going on? You're shaking up and down. It's the ground that's shaking, Paimon. You're just floating. Floating just done. Ignore that. What's going on? I blame Tidu's awful jape? Hape? Hape? Yape? Come on, my joke wasn't that disastrous. It's the big Shadowpin, and that's where the tremors are coming from. Something's wrong. Come on, we need to get back there. Why did this... We drove all 3 lesser pins into the ground, but the Abyss's influence is getting stronger. That's impossible. The woven scroll stories clearly state that things our experiences do not prepare us for do sometimes happen. It's more accurate to say that accidents often happen so often that even Paimon stopped being surprised. Could it be that some change has overtaken the Abyss, surging within the ley lines, causing its resistance to go stronger? Either way, feels like something terrible is happening down there. Why don't we try getting a closer look? Please do, Conry. Oh. need a buddy for this. Never mind.
There's a lot of good stuff in here. Want to split it?
How can...
Just kidding. You can take it.
How did she do that? Oh, I'm showering in the abyss. Where did all these monsters come from? Ah!
Gotcha. Buckle up. Letting brave names echo.
Oh, Snooze is here.
Time for a light show. Quietly now.
Hey, leave him alone.
Show me your courage.
Oh, hello there.
The echoes of the valley. Gotcha. Look alive. Here come the fireworks. Fire hazard.
Here come the fire hazards.
Busted.
Give me a sec. There we go.
Game's up. Fun's over. Time for a light show.
Yes, you are.
We did it. Get out of the way. The shadow pin is up there. It's about to come crashing down. Oh. Did you hear Snooze when he burrowed into the ground? He went, "Wah!" Connery, Paimon, Snooze, are you all unhurt? Paimon's okay, kinda. Oh, every person can do what their tribal Saurian can do. I just hadn't I for some reason hadn't connected that to Shilun and probably Kachina as well then. Being able to do those things. Because obviously, Kenichi being able to do Spider-Man stuff as well as those dinosaurs, that one's an obvious one. Gotcha. You don't look injured. You don't look injured, Snooze. Did the big pillar scare you just now? There's no way I'd get injured. What's that? Good to see you're okay. Rawr. Back in action already. You're awesome. Oh, well, that was a lucky break amidst our misfortune. This cloud of smoke is huge, every bit as large as the plumes of volcanic ash hurled by the volcano lord in the stories. Still, Paimon didn't think that the big shadowy pin would come crashing down and bore such a big hole in the ground. As to that, to be honest, I don't know what comes next. But we can always inspect the hole first. For all we know, maybe this isn't too big a deal, right? It would be the right right moment for some sort of ironic twist, after all. You know, like how a bandit finds the treasure he spent half his life searching for is actually worthless. Perhaps this place we've guarded for centuries has been empty all along. Or maybe we'll find that the story of the Shadow Pins is but a 5 centuries old prank that some bored ancestors of ours came up with. Sorry, I know I'm rambling, but I can't help but be nervous. Either way, I have no clue what we'll find down there. But still, I will go. Hey, don't worry about it. We'll come with you. Doesn't look too serious. Just a big hole, right? I'd only give this hole 3 stars. Just the normal kind of big. Just the normal kind of big. Just the normal kind of big, really. Shape's kind of ugly, too. When did you become some kind of cavity connoisseur, huh? There's a lot of jokes I could make with that. Sure, we've seen lots of these, but... Rah, rah. Hey, don't you copy him when he's being a bad role model. You don't want to pick up bad habits. That's where the greater shadow pin fell, it seems. It's gone down much deeper than I imagined. It's almost like there was a huge space open down there to begin with. Right. This huge space couldn't have been opened just because the shadow pin fell through it. It must have been here long before, with the shadow pin suspended above it. To prevent anything that might crawl up from surfacing, perhaps. Anyway, things look alright over here for now. I'll report this back to the tribe later. Oh! Oh, what was that? Roar. Roar. I heard a voice. What's wrong? You don't look so good. Especially you, T2. Huh. It's as I feared. The iridescent inscription on the pin must have sensed something down there, causing it to fall. That legend is real. The spirits of the fallen Conrian soldiers are about to emerge. Roar.
T2, are you okay?
Not really, I'm afraid. That voice, so cold, so coarse. Just listening to a few syllables like that, running my brain across sandpaper, was like running my brain across sandpaper.
If it's that bad, why don't you stay here and keep watch? Just to make sure no one falls in and all.
As for us, we'll go down and see what's happening. No, you can't. It's dangerous down there. There's no reason you should be put in more peril, and I'll not be the one to do it. We've exchanged names, but not blows. That makes us friends. So calm in the face of danger. Are you used to it? Or is this just the natural result of possessing overwhelming strength? Well, let us go down together then. Though I do not have power to resist the abyss, I am the one who tells tales. I might be of some help regarding that below Natlan's surface. Besides, to witness things in their completion is a storyteller's duty. But let's take 5 first. Once we're ready, let's head into this cavernous cavity, shall we? Check the hole below. Who doggy? Not because I think this is going to be a difficult fight, but for variety. Such agony. Leave. That voice is becoming clearer as though it were in my head. Like my whining dog impression. What the? Well, hello? Why don't you try touching it? Huh, why is there a stone tablet here? Might have been left by the Trubs folk of the past. That happens quite often around here. Long ago, this was a boundary marker, telling you that you've crossed the line. You can sometimes find stones with patterns carved in white on them throughout our lands that serve the same purpose. They've just all been abandoned. Rawr. So that's what happened. Boundaries and borders are no laughing matter here. Between the living and the dead, within and without, above and below, only those who have crossed the lines can grasp the dangers they face. It is said that there was once a stone tablet in an ancient ruin that read thus: "If any tread past this stone with ill intent, mine hand shall drake claw become, and grasp their neck shall I."
Oh, wait. What if this stone tablet has some sort of warning or curse on it then?
I can tell at a glance. Traore left this here. To think that it's the elder who fought against the abyss. You're quite the avid listeners. Storytellers love people like you know. After all, the capacity to remember such tales is a basic quality that all storytellers must have. Let me see. I am the elder of the Children of Echoes, Traore, and I leave this inscription here. I am the storyteller of the Children of Echoes, Traore, and I leave this inscription here. I am the shield and spear of the Children of Echoes, Traore, and I leave this inscription here. To impart to those who will come after, and to seek instruction from the ancestors in Wyab, and to smooth out my present wrinkles. Here I shall leave 3 blessings. The first is for my friends from afar. Let us have one more drink, Zephaniah and Irizar, you who guided the black flood here to this place of the seal. You who not wish me to name your deeds heroism, for you see it as only doing your duty. You would prefer to be known as cowards, rogues, or a thorn in our side. that you should never increase our vigilance, that you should ever increase our vigilance like an aphid that bites a saurian. As the storyteller, thus did I promise you, yet I must speak the truth here. Forever and always shall you be heroes who fought alongside our tribe, the brother kin of the children of echoes. The second is for the valiant ones who were sacrificed. Let us have one more drink, my warriors, for we are illuminated by the incandescent god and guided by our chief Sundiata, and shall not tarnish their great names. We pray to the spirit of the Wachak. I'm so bad with these names, I'm so sorry. Ubakan, the madman who stole fire from the throat of our great dragon. To him we willingly offer up our... I know you told me how to pronounce this as well before. To him we willingly offer up our deaths and lives, that he might block the arcane magics of the abyss with radiant glyphs. As an elder, I bless the warriors. May we one day be free. May every death have meaning, for all life has a place to return. The third is for those who come after and read this inscription. Let us have one more drink, those who come after, for our hope, for our future. If you are reading this, know that the situation is dire, but that it is no time to fear. As the shield and spear of the tribe, I bless you. Know well that the fortresses forged from the sacrifices of flesh and blood cannot stand forever, and the only true immortality is the indomitable spirit. May you be able to win final victory.
It says friends from afar, Zephaniah and Irazar. You would prefer to be known as cowards, rogues, or thorn in our side, that you should ever increase our vigilance like an aphid that bites a saurian. Yet I must speak the truth here. Forever and always shall you be heroes who fought alongside our tribe and brotherkin to the children of echoes. Part of me likes that it hits the high points for people who just TLDR didn't read that. But part of me also, like, I don't know. If someone just skipped through that because they didn't want the lore, then don't give them the lore. Like, wait, so those Conrians fought alongside the tribe then? But also, it is a lot to read when there's a ton of unvoiced quests. However, at the same time, Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom were legendary games in their day, and they were almost completely unvoiced. So, I don't know. Well, the names of those who have always featured in stories as the embodiment of evil. They've even appeared in my nightmares. If you don't stop crying, the ghosts of the Conrian soldiers will follow the sound and track down your shadow. So they said. But was it all a lie? Also, give me a sec. Okay, just had to make sure. Such injustice, that those who gave their all for our tribe should bear such slander. Yeah, that's so sad. Ooh. They did not care for their good name. They only wished to see their will fulfilled. So that's how it is. Paimon gets it. Most heroes don't do great deeds to become heroes. They become heroes because they do those deeds. That's why they don't care about what others think of them. Perhaps you're right, but... there the incandescent inscription goes. Whoa. This must be where they finally sealed the abyss. Look, Conry, there's so many golden patterns in the middle there. You can also see traces of abyss leakage here. Looks like that's the thing attracting the iridescent inscription. We need to get over there and have a look. Huh. I'm gonna take my own picture too. Damn.
Oh! Can you climb this? You can't, right? Connery noises. Ah! Oh. Whoa. This is Halfdan's model. Listen to the music. Zephaniah. Leave. Seal this place. As promised. That voice seems to come from the very depths of the unmoving statue. The projection in those words are like two resolute hands that aim to push you from this place. Irdizar. Leave. Go. I don't want him to see me. Like this. The voice seems to come from the very depths of the unmoving statue. There's a hint of respect towards someone remaining within. Ugh. I told you. It's dangerous. Get out of here. Calamity. The seal. Torn apart. That voice is more complete now, but somehow it's not as frightening as before. My head still hurts a little, though. How are you feeling, Connery? Now that's what they call surround sound. Ba-da-ba-ba-da-ba. It's no big deal. That's good. Anyway, how are you feeling, Snooze? Yeah, looks like you're fine too. Now that we're here, it's clear that the voices we heard coming from the stone pillar must have been those of the Conrian soldiers who have been sealed here too. Ooh. That means they were sealed in for many years, alongside the Abyss. But what's gone wrong here? I think the problem here is similar to the one we encountered with the lesser shadow pins above. The surging abyss has caused the iridescent inscription's power to shatter and be squeezed out of that giant sealing pillar. That means we'll need to find the large inscription's fragments and find a way to put the eggshell back together again, right? Indeed. That way the seal can be fully restored and the abyss will stay sealed in this place. Then everything will likely go back to normal. But he's so cute. But as with the lesser shadow pins, the solid phlogiston surface will have an intense adversarial reaction to the abyss, which is why the ground undulates so. We must be careful. Where are we going to find said fragments, though? Rawr, rawr. Huh. Can you sense the inscription's power hidden inside that thing, Snooze? You do have a pretty sharp nose. Wait, you were using your nose, right? Wait, was that stone even there before? Did it just appear as you approached the large inscription, Connery? Well, whatever. Let's take a look around that rock first, shall we? Give me a sec. I gotta use the restroom, and then I also need. The more I voice higher pitched voices, the less I can go down to my normal register. Like as I continue voicing characters like Paimon and the female NPC at the beginning of this stream, the more like it voices my voice up into a higher register. It's very very weird, very very frustrating sometimes, and it like clenches my throat down. Like it makes me feel like my throat is closing up. So I'm gonna grab some tea real quick and use the restroom. I'll be right back. We back. Oh, hello.
Quietly now. All right. Hear the echoes of the valley. Laid bare.
I should have grabbed Arla's stuff so they could start building up beforehand. We can finally take a look at that rock. Oh, I was running into Snooze. Snooze got a real instinct for this. One of those rocks over there. Encryption and power. Juve. I'm here.
Bring it.
Oh. I had to break it first. That's the second rock. And then up there. Right at the top. Ew. Maybe I can just wait for this one to boost me up. Nope, it went down. Oh, there it went, there it went. It shrunk and floated off to the middle. That ought to do it, right? Oh! What are you guys all doing all spread out like that?
Things are about to get dicey. Busted.
Oh, big boy, ain't ya?
Witness my rise. Transfixed. Quietly now.
Solidify.
Letting brave names echo.
Zhongli's dying. Give him some heals.
Busted.
This is order.
I don't think the meteor killed him. I think it was something. Oh. The fourth fragment's flown over too. We're being surrounded. Usually. We have to find the fragment to bring balance to the solid phlogiston. Yo. Oh. What an interesting looking domain. Just a maze that we're running through. Well, I don't trust that. Well, I'm gonna have to. Oh, there it is. That's gonna be the last one, right? The reflections are really pretty in this area. They're not even that high quality. There's just that it's just the color and the reflections and the lighting that it does, the shaders. Just touch it once more and the power of the phlogiston flow fully and let the power of the phlogiston flow fully through the inscription. That way the eggshell should seal up completely, preventing the abyss from escaping. That should solve our problem. Let me try. Quick, quick! Seal us inside too, just as we agreed. And leave. Get out of here. Why aren't you leaving? The calamity. Listen, there are more voices. More than those 2 soldiers for sure. Behind the glowing inscriptions from a place further still than the anguished howls, you hear wrathful roars and the pained whimpering of saurians. You hear the sound of inchoate flesh and blood merging, the sick, giant, sticky, approaching footfalls of some giant thing beyond description. But you also hear something like thousands of hands, thousands constantly resisting, pushing outward. That is a horrifying visual. Flesh and blood merging, giant, sticky, approaching footfalls like it's just walking across just... Ugh. Thousands of hands constantly resisting. You hear the endless battle in the narrow darkness. It is torment unto eternity. They cannot find peace, and they fight on still. Those heroes are still locked in battle to this day, preventing the abyss from flooding out from the iridescent inscription. The stories I tell have purpose. We must always remember those brave warriors and their sacrifices. And yet, such suffering. Though the heroes were wounded, they shook it off and stood up. Nothing hurt withal. Nothing hurt withal. That is what the stories say. But real wounds cannot be so easily shaken, nor true torment so easily conquered. There they have suffered so long in that tiny, lightless world.
Ooh. Isn't there anything we can do for them?
I want to as well. But the abyss. Perhaps the only thing we can do is inherit their will and reseal the inscription. Nor has this been the first time the Shadow Pin has fallen. In our tribe's tales, anyway. Someone must have been here before, and someone must have read Traore's tablet. Those who came before to restore the inscription must have seen what we saw. And yet, our stories did not change, for the warnings they gave were real, as were the dangers. All we can do is restore the inscription and leave, to remember always and never forget all that we have witnessed.
Still, they're supposed to be heroes, but they've been left to suffer forever.
You're right, Paimon. This is no end for heroes. I know that. I wish to give them peace too, but I don't have that power. I'm just a storyteller.
Connery?
Rare? Don't worry. We're strong together. Let's rewrite this story's ending. Really? You do that, Connery?
Of course he would. Cross Paimon's heart.
Rawr! The abyss is dangerous beyond compare. I'm not questioning your strength, but don't push yourself too hard.
Don't worry, we've got experience with stuff like this, and we have the inscription in a pinch too.
True. You're even more impressive than I could have imagined. To be willing to give your all to resolve others' pain. Truly you are great heroes. And I'm a storyteller, so I will record the tales of heroes. Well then, Connery, oh hero from another land, please show me how you show me how you shall valiantly triumph over the abyss. That we shall do. So, shall we unseal the iridescent inscription now, or do you want to make some Let's do it. All right. I wish you success, Connery. Grant the warriors peace. Didn't we agree that we'd make our exit as soon as the seal was ready?
Overruled. Gotcha.
You needn't suffer any longer, friend. Oh my gosh, look at this dude. He's so cool looking. Did you see? Your orders have been carried out. You won't be disappointed. Oh. This is weird. There was all that scattered light earlier, and then we suddenly found ourselves here? That's... Come. Over here. You've brought so many slumberers, they who should have rested in peace. Perhaps they prayed to spirits they should not have beseeched. But that was a moonless night, where naught could be seen. The night has long forgiven them, yet hate and filth shall never rest, and they too shall never truly sleep again. Thank you, O you who are beloved. You have soothed their fury, which raged in the darkness. It was you who brought them into the night's reflection. The outland souls, too, may now return where they were headed. Go now. But beware the fearful instigators, and the ends plotted by those bearing ill intent. Where were we? Huh. I've been there before? You're back. The Snooze and I were worried, honestly. But, what'd you say, little fella? They're fine, see? What did I say, rather? What did I say, little fella? They're fine. Not that we could explain where we went just now. It's a long story, for sure. In any case, thank you, Conry. I never expected that the abyss here could truly be purified. You can enter by other means. That wasn't the place where we met the real Elinus, was it? That was a different area. That was a different plane of existence, wasn't it? The iridescent inscription, too, is gone, almost as if it is no longer needed to stay. The tormented voices have also fallen silent. That's way different, okay. The tormented voices have also fallen silent. And that golden light, how it flowed like water, spreading across the ground. I even felt as if there were people within that. Was that the Night Kingdom? I even felt as if there were people within that light, waving at us. Rawr. Did you see them too, little one? And there was that light that surrounded you, and then you were gone. Huh. We didn't see anything, though. Thank you so much once again, Conry and Paimon. And you too, Snooze. You truly are remarkable heroes. Thank you. On behalf of all those warriors who can finally know peace, Troy's final wishes have been fulfilled, and as for those two Conrian soldiers, no, Conrian heroes. Now that the Abyss is no longer present, they need no longer serve as a warning to us. I must pen a story about them, about how they helped save the Children of Echoes. In truth, I did have a flash of revelation as to what their thoughts must have been. The Abyss represents such terrible peril that, were it up to me, I too might have made up some horror story to keep others from the tribe clear of this place. It seems almost funny how I previously worried about having nothing to write. Now there's almost too much here. In our tale about a golden-haired outlander, a flying white fairy, and a little Tepetlosaurus, and how they saved our tribe. That sounds like a pretty awesome synopsis already. I couldn't look up I was barely paying attention because I was so surprised at us getting teleported. Was the celestial nail right in front of us? The one that we saw when you looked up when we were saving Kachina. I was barely focusing on the it was directly up. So what was the thing that was in the middle of the view? What? Indeed, stories pass on and stories change. Perhaps one day, a long, long time hence, even you might become as big as a mountain, Paimon. Behold, the mighty mountain Paimon.
Look ye, how she swallows a sweet madame the size of a sumster beast in a single bite. Rawr, rawr.
What indeed? I doubt there'd be too many of those, Paimon. And as these stories pass down, I imagine that those two soldiers too will eventually become heroes. That they might not have cared themselves, but I know this is what I must do. Once again, Connery and Paimon, you have my utmost thanks. You too, of course, sharp little snooze. Rawr. As a storyteller, I swear to write for you the most exciting tale of adventure. Speaking of that, I should probably head back to the sentry post to take up my shift. I'd almost forgotten about that amidst all the excitement. I sure hope Yukon doesn't tear me a new one for being gone so long.
Yeah, you should totally get back there pronto.
Ancestral remembrance.
An impressive bounty.
Huh. Okay, that's on the surface. Where did he go? Was that the end of that quest chain? It's over? Oh, I wanted more. Theoretically back to the meeting, but that's the last quest. Ah! We met him around here, didn't we? No. Wait, no, he was around here. Yeah, he was over this way. Would you like some health back? 6,500 per tick already. My Shalonin is already healing for 6,500 per tick. At only 2,300 defense. And level 80. This gladiator set is actually pretty damn good for her right now, as far as healing goes. That's my most competent healer per tick. Because Farina and Shinobu only heal for like 4,000 per tick. Not even. Shinobu heals for like 3,000 per tick. Oh, he's at Manku's place? That's here. Ah, it's you, Mighty Conry. How are things going? Have you gone on another adventure? If you've heard any more amazing stories, I'm all ears. Tell you what, I've got a brother at the Saurian Relics Association. Name's Manku. And man, if I told him what we saw in the Shadow Ruins, at the Shadow Pins, he'd be so green with envy, it might kill him. I might kill him. That's what I read that as. He'd be so green with envy, it might kill him. Gonna wait till I get back from my post to break it to him, though. About marked Saurian young. You mean snooze? Well, all I know is that it's not a good sign. I've heard that such marked Saurians are rejected by the Night Kingdom, the tribes and the Saurians too. They die as they lived, alone. But that's just superstition. I mean, snooze has got you, right? About tales of those heroes. I'm giving it some thought. Not that I'd let it affect my sentry work, though. No, sir. I'm a real multitasker. Those two from Conria have a terrible reputation here in the tribe. All the more reason for my story to be as exciting as possible. So, yeah, I've got to give this all the consideration it's due. About storytellers. We're an amazing bunch, we are. Take, for example, Sanhaj from the Masters of the Nightwind, whom all storytellers revere. They say he had every scroll written up to his time committed to memory, and that he was willing to go from tribe to tribe and share those tales. That said, they also say that he often tricked people, mooching food and drink off them. Stories speak of bygone times, and they represent the wisdom of our forebears. Thus, the mere act of sharing it was seen as a selfless act, so all both loved and hated cunning Sanhaj. Later, that tale-telling hero would himself become part of a heroic tale, a fate I doubt even he ever envisioned. But, yeah, Sanhaj was an amazing storyteller. Still, the characters in his tales were all tribal warriors of a sort, but in mine will also include a golden-haired outlander, a silver-haired fairy, and a little Saurian with a red scarf. So, if only in terms of the variety of main characters, I'm the winner here. Hello, how have you been lately? Oh, still the same stuff. Alright. I got a street lamp out of that. We've been collecting plenty of oculi. Switch back to this team. Woohoo! I had 16 I hadn't deposited. Sweet. 100 Primo Gems! And we also can go to the Tablet of Toma as well right now. And then we'll do some skirk pulls and then end this one off. Tablet of Tuna. Tablet of Tonya. And Tusser. Reputation and expedition. I don't need to talk to you, I can just talk to the rock. Getting lots of rewards today, holy. Conflict, who needs conflict? We haven't met Chilonin yet.
Failure is just a step on the path.
Failure is just a step on the path to... I don't know where I was going with that. I didn't mean to put that there. Not the teapot. Time to go whale hunting. Time to go whale hunting.
Add Astro.
Yeah, Movica mentioned her, but we haven't met her yet. Lali has also been mentioned a lot, and I'm so excited to meet her! I fell for this character just doing her trials, bro. Just doing her demo on her release day was enough to sell me on her, and it was enough to was enough to alert my senses that she's a spicy little cinnamon roll. Okay. Here. We're at 57 now, I believe. 56, 57. We hopped in. I can't remember how many polls we did when we hopped into stream today. 2, right? Wah, 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 wah.
Two. Hell yeah.
Skirk. 3.
Three. We have 3 more.
Last one for today. Well, this will take us to high 50s.
Nope. Not yet. No Skirk yet.
Come on, bro. He's like, wow, that's a big whale. Look at that expression on his face. The next of the snooze quests. Donde está? Wait, I don't see a next world quest that's highlighted. Daily reset. Two in-game days. Okay. I kind of think we continue. Isn't there just one more? This I think we'll wait on this one until we can do it in full. Next quest quite long, so I think we'll do that one next stream. So if it's a quite long one, then that would be cool to finish up that one, and then on Friday. Yes, today's Wednesday. So on Friday, let's hop into Act 3, I think. So, that will do it for right now. I want to end in Fontaine, actually. Natlan is so much freaking fun. I like the puzzles. I like the weird mechanics. I like the just all of it is so, and if nothing else, it's different. It changes things up. I wouldn't be this invested in the game if all of the game was just copy paste your strong characters and just delete enemies and that kind of stuff. So I'm enjoying it a lot. That picture goes kind of hard, doesn't it? Not centered all that well, but... That's actually not a whole lot better. I feel like my DPI just isn't great for this. All right, that will do it. I wanna hang out with Skirk real quick before we. Ow! I just bounced the beer bottle off of my front teeth. That was smart. Okay, she has 2 bursts. Okay, so that's the burst that doesn't have an animation. When she has a star over her burst, that's when she has the cutscene burst, because she's in her skill state when she has... Holy sh! This gives me the exact same vibes as when we demoed Arlecchino. Her effortless precision and power. Tap skill, then burst, no animation, boosts all damage. Hold skill, then burst, big hit. I'm so stupid that I appreciate stuff like that when you guys put it in Razor speak. Power. Also, new music too. There's no chance that there's enough to give me another wish right now, but I'll claim all of my... That gave me a lot, though. How many am I at right now? 116. All right. That'll do it. Thanks, everyone, for stopping by. Tomorrow will be some more questing with Snooze. And then... That was loud. Tomorrow will be more questing with Snooze. And then on Friday, we will do Act 3. Sounds like a good... I think that sounds like a good plan. Thanks everyone for stopping by. Let's hit nuts to round this one out. And I'll see you all next time. Discord linked below, and merch, and YouTube, Twitter, all that good stuff. And we'll reconvene same time tomorrow. Be good to each other, drink water, love you lots. Thanks again. Bye.